Well, hello everybody and welcome to Jeff's Baking Blog. Today I'm going to make something which is not baking, it's on the stove top, but it's going to be very good for Christmas get-togethers, and this is going to be a mushroom pâté. So most pâtés, as you will know, is made from things like chicken livers, and delicious as they are, they do exclude vegetarians from eating them. So this is going to be a vegetarian pâté made with mushrooms. It could almost be a vegan pâté if instead of using the butter which I use, you were to use some block margarine. But I'm using butter in mine. And it's not a difficult recipe. It doesn't actually take too long either. It can all be done by hand, although that does take some time because you need to do a lot of chopping of mushrooms, particularly at the end, to get them into a fine enough texture to be a pâté. But if you have a food mill or a food processor or an immersion blender, then you can actually do everything reasonably easily yourself using those tools. So I'll go on to the ingredients. And I ought to say that I'm basing this on a recipe which I saw in The Guardian by Felicity Cloak, but I've cut it down a little bit and I've made just a little change. And for this I have 1 kilogram, 1.2 pounds of mushrooms which I have chopped. And they're not too finely chopped. You can chop them finer than that if you want to, but I'm going to process them later, so they don't need to be chopped that finely. I have 400 grams, 14 ounces of reasonably well chopped, finely chopped onion. I have 30 grams, which is about 3 tablespoons, 3 to 4 cloves of minced garlic, or chopped garlic, not minced, I just chopped that up. I have 90 grams, 6.5 tablespoons of unsalted butter, 90 millilitres, which is 6 tablespoons of white wine. You could use red wine, you could use sherry, you could use Madeira, whatever you like basically. I have a pinch of dried thyme, a pinch of freshly grated nutmeg, 8 grams, 2 tablespoons of freshly chopped parsley, and then I'm going to use salt and pepper for seasoning. I'm also going to use a couple of dashes of this little sauce. This is actually a Maggi liquid seasoning, and it's going to add an extra umami flavour to the mushrooms. And when I put my white wine into the mushrooms, I'll put a couple of dashes of that in. If you don't have that, that's perfectly fine, you don't need it. So that's all the ingredients, and the first thing I'm going to do is to fry off my mushrooms in the butter to get them soft. And I'm using my saucier, and that's because I like to use it, but you can use a large frying pan or a large casserole dish if you want to. And once the butter has melted, there's quite a lot of butter there, but that's going to help to make the pâté have a nice rich flavour. And once the butter is melted, I'll put the onions in, and then I'm going to cook them gently until they soften. So that butter is hot now. And I'm just going to soften these. If they take on a little bit of colour, I don't mind. But if they're just translucent, that will be fine. And cooking these is going to take, maybe 8 minutes. But for the last couple of minutes, I will also put the garlic in and cook that, but I will come back and show you that. when these have cooked down a little bit. My onions have been softening for a while and they're quite translucent, so I'm going to add in my garlic, and I'm going to cook that now for another 2 minutes. That's to get the garlic to release its flavours, and those little pieces of garlic will begin to soften as well. My garlic has been cooking now for 2 minutes, so I'm going to add in my wine and a couple of splashes of my liquid seasoning, along with some salt to taste. You can adjust the seasoning later, and a little bit of pepper. And then I'm going to put my mushrooms in. I'm not going to put them all in at the moment. First off, I'll put some of them in, let them reduce down a little bit, and then put the remainder in. And cook them down. So I'll just stir those back. That's about half gone in now. And of course they will release juices as well. So now I have all my mushrooms in, and I'm simply going to cook those, turning them over on themselves from time to time until they have cooked and are very soft. And that will take however long it takes, depending on the size you have chopped the mushrooms to. But when I come back, you will see that the volume has reduced quite a lot during the cooking. So I've cooked those mushrooms for about 15 minutes, and they've reduced down quite a lot, as you can see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to strain the mushrooms off into a bowl, leaving the juice behind. And I'm going to gently cook that liquid so that it reduces into a sort of syrup. And as I'm doing that, I'm going to process my mushrooms, onions and garlic into a much finer texture. And I'm going to put my mixture through a food mill, but you can use a food processor or you could use an immersion blender. You just want to mix the mushrooms and onions to a finer texture. So I have milled my mushrooms, onions and garlic, and having tasted it, I decided it does need a little bit more salt and a little bit more pepper. And then I'm going to sprinkle over my little bit of dried thyme and my nutmeg, and put my parsley in as well. And I'm going to mix that through. And then I'm going to put that back into the pan with the reduced sauce, which is now quite syrupy. And as you can see, that's quite syrupy now. So I'm going to put this in. And then I'm going to stir that through. And as you can see, that stands up. It's quite thick and firm. And so I'm going to put that into some dishes. You can put it into a loaf tin if you want to, maybe lined with some plastic wrap, and form it into a loaf shape. Or you can put it into little dishes to serve. So I'll put that into some dishes. So I have 4 small little dishes and 1 large dish, probably twice as large, filled up, and I have another with some excess here which I will use for my taste session. So I'm going to let those cool down, then I'm going to simply cover them and put them into the fridge for them to chill, and once the pâté has chilled I will come back and we'll have a taste. I let the mushroom pâté cool down and I've chilled it in the fridge for a while. So I've now made just a small piece of sourdough toast, and I've put some pâté onto it, so I'll show you that and then I'll have a taste. So I've just spread the pâté on it and I'll have a taste of it. It does have a wonderful flavour, that lovely mushroom flavour, and I get the garlic as well. So this is actually quite an easy recipe, and I should say you can process the mushroom mixture as coarsely or as finely as you want to, and you can also, if you want to, include something like some chopped walnuts or chopped pecans. Chop them up and just stir them in once you have finished the process of making the pâté. Stir those nuts in, and that will give an extra bit of texture as well. I've even seen some recipes where they mix in some cream or some mascarpone or some ricotta, something like that. That's entirely up to you, but just like this works very well for me. It would be perfect to serve as an alternative to the chicken liver pâté in the run up to Christmas if you want to. So that's going to be it for this recipe. I hope you've enjoyed it, and if you have, please give me the thumbs up below and click to subscribe to my YouTube channel. In the top right hand corner of the screen there'll be an eye that you can click on, and that will take you to a link for the recipe, and I'll put a link below the video as well, and I'll be back with another recipe in the very near future. So until then, happy baking.